following a federal court ruling, and that decision upheld a state law requiring Texas abortions take place in a surgical center. Hilltop Women's Reproductive Clinic was forced to stop performing abortions, but it didn't do so right away. ABC 7's Josie Ortegon explains from our New Mexico mobile newsroom.
Quote-unquote miscommunication led to abortions being performed after the court's ruling. In the meantime, this clinic here, the Women's Reproductive Clinic in Santa Teresa, New Mexico, is the borderland's only clinic to legally terminate a pregnancy.
The state closed them down because they were not exempt. And so from Thursday to Saturday, they performed illegal abortions.
That's the opinion of Jerry Laster, a former executive director for Reproductive Services, which closed in June. According to the Texas Department of State Health Services, the ruling exempted Reproductive Services Clinic, not the Hilltop Women's Reproductive Clinic. But the state confused the two and has since acknowledged the error. Hilltop stopped performing abortions when it received word. Since the Hilltop Women's Reproductive Clinic here in El Paso is no longer performing abortions, the closest option women have now is here in Santa Teresa, New Mexico, at the Women's Reproductive Clinic. The regulations in New Mexico, however, are different than the ones in Texas.
They will not have a 24-hour waiting period where they're making decisions on emotions. We also have an ultrasound law here in Texas. Access to emergency vehicles if necessary.
Women's Reproductive is now the closest option for El Paso women. Hilltop remains open, but only offers pap smears and pregnancy tests. I asked the state what, if any, consequence Hilltop will face. I was told in an email that has yet to be determined. In Santa Teresa with our New Mexico mobile newsroom, Josie Ortegon, ABC 7.